This video tutorial introduces you to P2PPool Manager, a Joomla module which provides you with the ability to deploy and monitor P2PPool infrastructure that uses Brunet. You can install your own P2PPool Manager using the source code we provide or download it from this link on our website. I have already downloaded the appliance and I have started it on my local system. This appliance is configured with a bridged network interface. You may add other network interfaces and configure them according to your use. The user ID and passwords used in the system are mentioned on our website. I will now log into the system using the Ubuntu user with the default password being password itself. Using the command ipadd, I can see the IP address of my machine, which is a private IP address. By using a public IP address, you can allow users from anywhere to access the web UI. By entering the IP address in a browser window, I can see the web UI. I will now log into the system using the user ID and password called admin and password itself. Click on P2PPools to see all the options available. I will now proceed with the process of creating a P2P pool. Before doing that, we would have to prepare the systems on which the software would run. Create a file containing all the remote nodes which would run the software. I have created it and it is ready here. These are Planet Lab nodes which would be running the P2P software. Your remote nodes should be Linux machines installed with Mono or with glibc for the MK bundle option. All these systems should have a common username which can SSH into the standard port without using a password. To enable passwordless SSH, you would have to create a public-private key. Use the command ssh-keygen on any Linux system to create the public and private key pair. Make sure that you do not enter a passphrase. If you use the default options like I have done, the public and private keys would get saved in a directory .ssh in your home directory, which is shown over here. id_rsa.pub is the public key and id_rsa is the private key. I have downloaded these public and private key onto my local desktop over here, which will be used later for configuring the P2P pool. I will now show you how you can configure a system for passwordless SSH. You would have to add the public key id_rsa.pub into the file called authorized_keys in all the remote machines as I demonstrate over here. Once I do this, I would be able to do SSH onto my own system, and as you would see, I wouldn't have to type in the password. Now we can proceed with the next step, which is preparing the software. You would have to get the executables and the library files needed for running these executables into a zip file. You may create them on your own or download the example package that is provided on the website. I have already downloaded it, and the contents of the zip package are a p2ppool.exe executable and the associated library files. Additionally, you may also configure the web UI for using Google Maps to locate the position of all the nodes that are there in the P2P pool. Now let us proceed back to the creation of a pool. Click on the option P2P pools and then click on create. Fill up all the options over here. Make sure that the name of the pool is a single word with no spaces in between. The namespace field is for the Brunet namespace. Enter suitable port numbers. Enter the common username which has been configured for passwordless SSH in all the remote nodes. This file contains a list of all the nodes, all the remote nodes that I am going to run the P2P software on. select that file for the nodes, and here I am selecting the software packages, and in this case I am entering the private key which was previously generated. Clicking on Submit will make the Web UI P2PPool Manager push all the configuration files and the software to all the remote nodes. The time required to create the pool would depend on the number of nodes that you are going to run the software on. You can check the local directory and see the setup log or the install log to see if the process went on properly or not. This is the setup log, which would be generated while the software is being set up. The install log will show which all nodes were successfully configured and which all could not be configured. As many of the nodes in the list that I was having might not have been running right now, I have quite a few nodes which were not successfully configured. Using the web UI, you can monitor the status of the peer-to-peer pool. Node stats would show all the nodes that are running. You can use the option System Stats to see the number of nodes that are running and to see the health of the peer-to-peer pool. The consistency column shows the health of the pool, and the nearer it is to number 1, the better it is. In this way, you can configure your infrastructure and manage it easily. Let us now see the other features that are available in Web UI. You can use the option Stop to stop the pool that is selected. With Update, you can update the options that are there, which were entered during the creation of the pool. The other management tasks can be used for further monitoring and troubleshooting of the remote nodes. The Web UI also provides you with the option of creating and managing group VPN. This is similar to the Web UI present in grid-appliance.org. To know more about group VPN and group appliance, check the links that are there in the bottom of this video. While creating group appliance and group VPN, you must take care that the appliances have direct connection with the Web UI appliance. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you.